And I'm going to share my screen. Perfect. Okay, well, hey, listen, welcome everybody to this tutorial. My name is Ariana Matheson, and this is all about skin and all about loving your skin. So I'm really excited to share some information with you here. There is a chat box, so feel free to ask any questions that you would like to ask. If you're a consultant on here and you see somebody ask a question and I haven't answered it by the end of this presentation, feel free to unmute yourself and prompt me. That would be really fantastic. So I absolutely am passionate about what I'm going to speak to you about, because in December, I'm going to be 52 years old. I went on a mission a few years ago to find some fantastic skincare products. And when I look back over before I started using this range photos and now, I can definitely see that my skin looks so much better, which is surprising because our skin isn't supposed to get better, is it? And it's just a natural acceptance that we go, it's just going to get worse. Okay, so I'm just going to show you if this, here we go. So here is a picture of what my skin looked like in 2014. Okay, so that's on the left. And then what it looked like in 2017, and I was introduced to great skincare in 2016. Now, the reason why I took that photo in 2014 is because you can see that I've got lots of pigmentation, lots of hyperpigmentation around my cheeks. And it wasn't just that side of the face, it was the other side of the face as well. And so I started contacting beauticians and saying, you know, what can I get done here? What do I need to do? Have you got anything that's going to help my skin? And when I found out the price of procedures, I just thought, I'm just going to use lots of foundation and lots of foundation. Okay, and so that's what I did. And so there you can see the change. Now, the reason why it's in different colors is because I use different phones to take the photo. Now, the change was so gradual, and I'll explain why that is. The change was so gradual because of the cycle of the skin that I didn't actually realize how great my skin had gotten until I was scrolling back through photos and I found the first one. And I went to the mirror and I had a look at my skin. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so that is my skin story, and since then I have delved further and further about information into the skin, how this happened, and what we can do to look after it. So first of all, let's have a look at skin and about our skin. What does it do? What is the role of our amazing skin? And it really is truly amazing. Okay, the skin acts as a mechanical, thermal, and other physical, the skin acts as a protective barrier from mechanical, thermal, and other physical injury, protects us from harmful agents, excessive loss of moisture and protein, and also harmful effects of UV radiation. It also protects our body from cold and heat, and it maintains helps to contain a constant core temperature. And it's also our sensation. Okay, we touch, we feel, and that sends messages to our brain. And so when we're thinking about skin, we're not just thinking about the skin on our faces, although I know that as women we often tend to think about that because that's what everybody looks at. But imagine what we would look like if we only had skin on our face and nowhere else. What would happen? And the skin is the body's largest organ, and every part of our body is covered with skin, and this is what its function is. And so when we're thinking about skin, we should be thinking about all our skin, not just the skin on our faces. And so I just want to take you through something to help you understand the structure of skin. We have the epidermis, the dermis, and the fat layer. And within those 3 layers of skin, of course, are layers and layers and layers, which I could take you through all the layers, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to give you a breakdown, okay? So the epidermis is the outer layer of the skin. It sheds constantly. In fact, about every 28 days, that is the shedding cycle. Okay. The basal cells are part of the epidermis layers, and that we have things like, my brain is going blank because I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. But capillaries, that's what I'm trying to think of, okay? Contains things like capillaries. The dermis, the second part, that supports the epidermis. It has blood vessels, lymph nodes, hair follicles, sweat glands, collagen bundles, fibroblasts, which secretes collagen and plays an important role in wound healing, has our nerves and our sebaceous glands, okay? So that's the second layer. It also has the nutrition, okay? It's the supporting layer that feeds the epidermis. The subcutaneous layer, which is the fat layer, is the deepest layer of the skin. It consists of a network of collagen and fat cells, and it helps to conserve the body's heat and protects the body from injury by acting as a shock absorber. So that's just not on our face. That's all over our bodies. And so when we're thinking about skincare, we really need to be thinking about the entire body, because this is the function of skin. So what causes skin damage? Right, these are the major things that cause skin damage: excessive sun exposure, unhealthy diet and dehydration, smoking and alcohol, chemical irritants, some facial movements. So yes, everybody, stop that frowning and squinting. Smiling, absolutely fine. Frowning, not good for this one right here. Okay, and squinting, not good for these lines around here. So let's try and minimize those 2 facial movements. So what I want to address is the ingredients that are in the products that we use on our skin. And you should see my desk right now. It just looks like, my goodness, if I counted up all these products, because I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to take you through a day in my life and what I actually use on my skin. But a lot of us, most people use about 12 products on their skin every day. Okay, so what is in my hygiene and beauty products? This is really important to know, because just because it's on the shelf doesn't mean it's safe. So I'm just going to give you some examples here about very common things that we should be avoiding that is prevalent in products that we use every day. And this is where I really encourage people, or actually even talk to your consultant, the person that invited you here, because they are trained to research ingredients, even those big long words that we have no idea. Okay, if you want to get back to your consultant, you say, this is the brand I use and this is what I use in my products. They can go and have a look at the ingredients for you and let you know, educate you on what is actually in what you're using. But here's some examples, okay? Things like parabens. This is one of the most common ingredients found in cosmetic products, and it's often labeled as fragrance. So if you have a look on the back of the bottle and it's got fragrance in there, okay, it's likely to be a paraben, and there's lots and lots and lots of different parabens, but this is also widely used as a preservative. So as a doctrine, why it's harmful to us? It's a endocrine disruptor which can cause adverse developmental, reproductive, neurological, and immune effects in both humans and wildlife. So do you think that it's worth having a look at the ingredients and seeing if it contains parabens? Also, petroleum jelly, mineral oil, okay? This is actually the petrol that is that comes up from the ground and is refined. Okay, so the petrol that comes up from the ground, they put it into our cars, they refine this stuff, and it's labeled as petroleum jelly or mineral oil, very often found in skincare products because it's spreadable, and the immediate effect is it helps the skin to feel soft. So if it's refined properly, it's not actually that big a problem, but in most cases, especially the USA, it is not refined properly and then is known as a carcinogen. Okay, carcinogens is what causes cancers. Okay, so we really need to be careful of this one. Also, formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is used as a preservative. Now, if you have product and it lasts for more than 4 days, it is not completely natural. All right, there is something in there that is preserving the product, and the biggest preservative used in skincare products and hair care products is formaldehyde. Now, this is commonly found in our skincare shampoo, conditioners, shower gels, household cleaners, also makes building equipment. And did you hear me say household cleaners? And this is a known carcinogen, and this is in our skincare. Now, why is it so important that we have a look at this? One, because we talked about the function of our skin, that these products can damage the function of our skin, but also it only takes, I think it's 28 seconds for whatever we put on our skin to enter our bloodstream. So another reason why we need to be careful about the products that we put onto our skin. So I want you to have a look at these numbers: 14, 1,200, and 2,000. I'll tell you why this is significant. Because in the USA, and most Western countries tend to follow the USA, they have banned only 14 ingredients from our cosmetic products. On the other hand, the EU has banned 1,200 ingredients that are known or suspected carcinogens. Arbonne as a company has banned 2,000. Okay, so these are the standards that we look at, and that is the standard that has actually given me a lot of confidence once I started learning about products and skin and health and how important it is. A company that will ban 2,000 suspected or known carcinogens gives me confidence when it comes to healthy on the inside and the out. So how should we look after our skin? Okay, these are the major ways in which we should look after our skin: through nutrition, through drinking plenty of water, through getting plenty of rest, and paying attention to ingredients. That is super important. So that's what we're going to address. And here's what the Arbonne promise is. It's very, very simple, that every single product that we put on the market will be pure, it will be safe, and it will be beneficial. We're known as a plant-based company that takes 2,000 suspected carcinogenic products out of our everyday things that we use. So when it comes to ingredients, I'm just going to quickly take you through a few things, and these are just a few of the key things that I picked out that are in our product ranges, okay? And I'm going to explain them to you and why they are amazing when it comes to skincare. So in our products, we have stabilized vitamin C. Now, stabilized vitamin C, okay, quite often on a product you'll see this has got vitamin C in it, all right? But if it's not stable, because vitamin C, as soon as it hits any kind of oxygen, for example, air, it starts to deteriorate. And so it needs to be stabilized vitamin C. And so what you're using that vitamin C for is actually doing the work that you want it to do. So vitamin C is an antioxidant. It's collagen producing. It repairs environmental damage. And our bodies can't actually produce vitamin C, so we need to get it from other sources. However, if we eat a ton of oranges, okay, and we take in vitamin C, most of it has gone by the time it gets to the skin, the nails, and the hair, which is why it's really important to have vitamin C in our topical products as well. What about vitamin A? Well, vitamin A is great for both the upper and the lower layers of the skin. The skin needs that vitamin A. It helps to prevent sun damage by interrupting the process that breaks down collagen. It helps the oil glands around the hair follicles work. It reduces inflammation. And without enough vitamin C, our skin may get dry, itchy, or bumpy. What about vitamin E? Well, this helps to brighten the appearance of the skin under the eyes and also dark spots. Peptides, I love peptides because this stimulates collagen growth. Okay. By the way, we also have peptides in our mascara, and we know that collagen strengthens hair, skin, and nails. What about alpha hydroxy acids, also known as AHAs? What this does is it helps to peel away the surface of your skin so that the new skin cells can be seen, and it evens out pigmentation. We also have the BHAs, which is your beta hydroxy acids, and that helps to unclog pores. Then we have bakuchiol. Okay, so the active ingredient is retinol or retinoids, which what that does is it reduces fine lines and wrinkles by increasing the production of collagen, and also stimulates the production of new blood cells in the skin, which also improves skin color. So retinoids and retinols have been a really big thing in skincare, but we actually use a plant-based, natural plant that does exactly the same thing as retinol and is just as powerful, but without the instability, because retinol does not mix very well with vitamin C, whereas bakuchiol does, and we need both in our skincare. We have hyaluronic acid, and this helps increase skin moisture and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. This beautiful active ingredient actually attracts and holds up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture. And we know that our skin needs moisture. What about salicylic acid? This helps the skin to shed dead skin cells from the top layer, and it decreases redness, swelling, in other words, inflammation. So this also helps to decrease the number of pimples that form, and it also speeds with healing. So when we have a look at active ingredients and inactive ingredients, which is our botanicals, okay, so what the difference is that active ingredients actually treat the skin. So that's what we have on this side. Your botanicals also helps to treat the skin, but it's also a delivery system so that the active ingredients can actually work. And botanicals help to boost those active ingredients and make them more effective, and also make sure that it gets to the deeper layers of the skin that we talked about before. So I'm just going to go through a few of these beautiful botanicals. We have more botanicals in this, but I picked a few out of my favorites and I wanted to share them with you. And so botanicals, sea buckthorn oil, it helps your skin to heal from wounds, sunburns, frostbite, and bed sores. It may also promote elasticity and protect against dryness. That's sea buckthorn oil. White willow bark, it's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory, helps to soothe irritated skin. Witch hazel also relieves inflammation, tightens pores, and it cleanses excess oils. This, however, is not recommended for people with extremely sensitive skin. We have edulous cellular water. This is continuous hydration. The edulous plant is actually a very, very hardy cactus that also attracts and retains water. The beech tree bud extract, it builds collagen and elastin. I love these collagen and elastin building plants. It's vitamin rich and contains plant growth hormones that assist in active cellular turnover, which, by the way, slows down as we age. So this helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And lastly, we have olive squalene, which deeply soothes and moisturizes without leaving an oily finish. It helps to prevent water loss, adds moisture to the skin, and it helps the complexion to look radiant. So these are a few of the ingredients that we have throughout our range. And speaking of the range of skincare products that we have, here it is. All right. And so we have something for absolutely everybody. We have Age Well. We've got Brighten Up. Brighten Up is specifically targeting dull looking skin. If you've got if you're worried about sunspots or pigmentation, that's your Brighten Up. We have Biohydria, which is great for very dry skin. Down the bottom left there, we look after our men. We've got men's skincare. Their skin is very different to ours. We have Super Calm for very sensitive skin. We also have skincare for people suffering with acne. Then we have targeted products. Okay, so our Derm Results, this is brand new, it is absolutely amazing. It's a must coming into summer. Very, very high in vitamin C and ferulic acid, which what that does is everything that you can do to protect your skin from sun damage. Okay. Then we have masks. Masks for hydration, masks for pores, masks for a cellular renewal. We even have a tanning lotion. We have hair care, and we have makeup, and we have nutritional products. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through a day in the life of me, all right, and how I use these products. Now, I mentioned before that all I want when you realize about how important the skin is, how it affects your body, and how important it is to look after from top to toe, because that's where our skin is, it was really important to me to be able to trust the products that I use, and with a promise that Arbonne gives that everything is pure, safe and beneficial. We are also third-party tested, which a lot of products are not. It is just tested in-house. We're third-party tested, which means that it is tested in an independent laboratory outside of Arbonne. What they do is they test it and they make sure that we are meeting all the claims that we make. So I'm going to start with my day. I have got shampoo and conditioner that I use probably about every 3 or 4 days to wash my hair. Now, I must say that this is not just due to lockdown, but my hair, I don't know if you can see how long it is, but it has never been this long ever. Not even in my teenage years. I was having things like breakage, and I know that a lot of my friends my age are going through hair loss, and my hair just seems to be getting thicker and longer and stronger. So I absolutely love a safe hair care range. That's what I use in the shower along with the cleanser, and I'm going to give you my full skincare regime after I've been through this. I get out of the shower and then I brush my teeth with our toothpaste. In the shower I also have body wash, and my husband has his own men's body wash because it's also a face cleanser, so that's what him and my 9-year-old son uses. I use this one. And then I use our deodorant. Okay, I put that on. Then for my hair, depending what I want my hair to look like that day, yesterday I washed my hair and I simply put in leave-in conditioner. Because I do colour my hair tends to get quite dry, and so I use leave-in conditioner, and I also use curling products and curlers and straighteners and the blow dryer as well, so I really need some of that extra conditioner. If I want my hair to remain beautiful and curly, then I will use a curling cream, and if I'm straightening, I use hair oil. So there is my hair care regime. I then go through the rest of my skincare regime, and then I put the retexturizing serum. That's the lotion that I use all over my body. Today I wore a dress for the first time because it was nice and hot. So guess what I put on my legs? I put our liquid sun tanning on. My feet look one color, my legs look beautiful and bronze. Sitting in our bathroom also is our hand wash. We have this in our kitchen and the 2 bathrooms. And so pretty much everything that I'm using on my skin is pure, safe, and beneficial. I also said that nutrition is really, really important for great skin. So I go downstairs and I grab our nutrition range, and I have Fistics for energy. I have Digestion Plus for gut health. Seriously, gut health is the #1 thing for your entire body and all the systems in your body. And so this is your pre and probiotic. It's in a sachet, so it is highly effective because it becomes active once you put it in the water, which means that it goes through to the small intestine, which is where your immunity system is developed. Okay, and so I have Digestion Plus. I also have Mind Health, which is great for cognitive function. And then I have my Greens Balance, which is 36 fruits and vegetables ground down into powder form with the full range of colours, your reds, your yellows, your blues, and your greens, which is something that I don't eat all the time on my plate. And so this is a great supplement to make sure that I'm getting variety. I put all those things in a tall glass with cold water, and I drink that down first thing in the morning. Then I move through and I use our protein shakes, our vegan protein shakes, to make a protein smoothie for breakfast and for dinner. And that's a day in my life. And so there's a lot of products here. I'm so pleased that they have these, that I can use these, so that I can be healthy from the inside out. Lastly, at night, we've talked a lot about collagen. Collagen slows down by the age of 25 and is so important because collagen is found in our bones, our connective tissue, our muscles, helps to moisturize our eyes as well as our skin. And when we know that this slows down from the age of 25, it's like, you know, I really need this stuff. And so we have Skin Elixir Collagen Builder that stimulates the body's own natural ability to build collagen. And so this is something that I drink at night. You can drink it in the morning. I actually choose to drink it at night in a warm glass of water. And so now what I'm going to go through is my skincare regime. I'm just going to stop sharing this. Actually, I forgot to get a bowl of water, so bear with me. I'm just going to run away for 3 seconds and grab a bowl of water so that I can take you through this.
Hello, everyone. While she's gone, I thought I'd say hello.
Hi, how are you?
When did you do your background?
Hi.
How did you do your background, Anne?
Hang on. Oops, I've lost it. Hang on.
Oh, well, she's back now.
I'm back. Oh, hey, Noah.
Hi, I have been here for a while.
Yeah. All your face has been tiny down the strip bar. Okay, That didn't sound right, did it? Tiny down a strip bar. No, didn't sound right at all. So you're going to see me using a few products. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, why do we need so many products? We went through the active ingredients and what they do, all right? Not one on its own is a miracle cure. Okay, so some people go, oh, I just put rose water on my skin. Okay, that's great, but you're missing out on all the other things that ingredients can do to help feed and treat your skin. And so that's why we've got these ingredients smattered throughout the products. And so I'm going to go through what it does. Cleansing the skin. I usually do this in the shower. I've got makeup on at the moment, so I'm just going to wet my skin. So this is a shower thing that I do. Don't need much at all. Because I've got makeup on, I'm going to need to double cleanse, because one cleanse takes off the makeup and the second cleanse cleans the pores. Okay, so that's really important to do. Whereas in the morning when I cleanse my skin, I will just need to do one cleanse because I'm not using any makeup. All right. So cleansing is done morning and night. All right. So this cleanser is a cream base. It's absolutely beautiful. It helps to moisturize your skin as well. And so your skin is not left with that horrible tight feeling that most people think is actually, they equate that to clean. Okay, oh, my skin feels really tight. But what we've got to be careful of, especially when I talked before about fragrances in products, we've got to be careful of that, because the top layer of our skin is our lipid layer. It's a connective layer. And it's also the layer that really protects the integrity of our skin. And things like sodium lauryl sulfate, which is the foaming agent in a lot of the products off the shelf, sodium lauryl sulfate and fragrance are very damaging to that lipid layer. All right, so we want to avoid that. I really want to give my face a good splash. I've just got a little bowl. Okay, so there we go. Ariana with a nice, clean, makeup-free face. Put that aside and just tap it dry. So that's done in the shower. Now, this is a white towel and it's still white, which is good news. Now, the next thing that I use is toner. A lot of people skip this step, but what it does is it prepares the skin to soak in and to drink in the ingredients that are going to follow, and it also refines the pores. So this is a lovely spray. You can spray it directly onto your face. I like to put it into my palm and tap it onto my skin. Okay, so I make sure that I get into the pores. Now, usually I'm doing my neck as well, because the neck and the chest is really important. We don't want to forget that. After that, what I use is our peel pads. This is a new addition to our skincare range. And so this is very, very high in vitamin C. It's also exfoliating, and it's got ferulic acid in it as well. So this helps with cellular turnover. So I do this morning and night. I do it under, and there's plenty of product on every single pad. So this goes down my neck and on my chest, and I also use it on the back of my hands because the back of our hands is exposed to a lot of sunlight. Who's driving and gets the sun on their hands? So I put it on the back of my hands, and the hands also show signs of aging very, very quickly. After that, what goes on is our hero product is our serum, okay? Your skin is going to drink this serum in. Okay, this has got our vitamin C in it again, it's got peptides, and it's got botanicals, and I just need a little pump of that straight onto the face. And this, you can see that it's just, my skin is getting that hydration, getting a bit of glow on it. And then I like to let that settle and get a little bit dry. Okay, at the moment it just feels a little bit sticky. I like that to dry, so I move on to my eye cream. Now the reason why we have different cream for the face and the eyes is because the skin is different around the eyes. When we age or we're tired, it's around the eyes that really show what's going on, as well as around the lips. So I do both. Okay, so I pop that on. I grab Derm Results. This is like caviar. All right, again, very high in vitamin C. Your skin is going to drink this one up. So comes in a dropper. After the serum, I put 2 drops on that side, 2 drops on the side, 1 on my forehead, spread that to my chin, and I put a couple of drops on that area there. Okay. I've been using this one morning and night for probably about, when did it come out? 4 months ago. And it's still going strong. So you see there. And my skin it feels like absolute velvet. So because it's nighttime, the last thing that I'm going to use is my night cream. This is high in hyaluronic acid, which is that ingredient that holds 1,000 times its weight in moisture. We lose a lot of moisture throughout the day, so it's really important to replace that moisture. So this one's going to be working for me while I sleep. So I'm going to be taking about that much and finishing off my regime. Now during the day, I will do exactly the same thing for daytime makeup, except for daytime skincare, except I will use a day cream instead, okay? Then we have what we call targeted products. So in a set will come your cleanser, toner, serum, your day cream, your night cream, and your eye cream. And then we have targeted products, for example, the Derm Results. Okay, I would say now this here you can use with any range, Arbonne or not. All right, so even if you don't decide to use Arbonne skincare, I would still be looking at getting these 2 products because you're doing everything you can to protect your skin from sun damage. And then on a Wednesday and a weekend night is usually my masking night. And why do we mask? It's because it gives you intense results immediately. So if I'm going out for a party and I'm going to be wearing a full face of makeup, then I will use my clarifying detox mask, and I'll put that on and then wash it off, and then I'll do my skincare and then my makeup, because what this does, my pores just go and my skin is just absolutely smooth and my makeup goes on beautifully. So that's for special occasions. I also usually on a Wednesday night I use the Radiance sheet mask. You may have seen J-Lo using one of these, okay, very, very similar. You just place it onto your face and you leave it there for 15 minutes, read a book, watch TV, have a cup of tea, leave it there, and then you just take it off, okay? And that puts intense hydration into your skin. So we've got 2 types of masks like this. J-Lo's one is 48 and ours is like 16 full price, and you get it cheaper than that if you're a client. And I checked out the ingredients, and between you and me, ours is way superior. So you're really getting a deal on these radiance masks. They are absolutely fantastic. And you'll notice that there's a lot of serum product left in here. So what I do is I just close it up. I just make sure that it's nice and closed, and then throughout the week I'll just scoop some out and I'll be using it on my face. So you don't need to waste all the product that is still left in the packet. Now we do have lifting and contouring. I at one stage was going to get Botox for a line that was appearing right in here. And as much as I've never ever done anything to my skin except skincare, but as soon as that line came up, it was really bothering me. I thought, oh, I'll go and ask about Botox. And then this came out. And so whenever I see that line appearing again, I just grab a bit of this gel and I just rub it in. I just rub it in and rub the line out. All right. And so that is my skincare regime and the things that I have in a nutshell. And I want to say to you that you may not need to use all these things, all right? And I went through ingredients with you that is spread out throughout our range, and this is why a consultation is really, really important, because what our job is as consultants is, 1, to know what's in our products, so that, and then 2, to get to know what you need and what your skin needs, so then we can recommend the right products specifically for you. And if we stuff it up and we don't recommend the right products, we have a 90-day bottom of the bottle money back guarantee, which is extremely important, because for example, I bought, what did I buy the other day? I bought something from the store and I needed to return it, and the rest suits me unless I open it. That's the same with anything you buy from makeup stores, anything you buy off the shelf, from farmers, from anywhere. 7-day money back guarantee if it's unopened and untouched. So our guarantee is for 90 days, and you might just have this much left in it, but if it's not doing for you, if you're not completely happy, you can get a full refund, or we can try something else for you. So has anybody got any questions?
I've got one question, Harry. I recently bought the cleanser. It's been a week I'm using, but not sure if it's suiting me or not, because I started getting pimples on my skin. So I'm not sure if I'm using the right product or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the cleanser, have you used that cleanser before, or is it a new one that you're trying?
It's the new one that I'm trying. I've never used before, that cleanser.
What line is it from?
Age Well.
Age Well, okay. Yeah. So because the ingredients are actually active, okay, what can tend to happen sometimes is that your skin goes through a purging process. Now, the process of our skin takes around, it can take 28 days, and as we age, it can take up to 34 days. All right. And so that's why it's really important, because we don't know what cycle of your skin cycle that you started using a product. And it actually takes 4 to 6 weeks for your skin to adjust to a skincare and active ingredients, and because of this, the cellular turnover, for you to start seeing results. And so this is really important to know. don't expect to see results immediately. I know marketing feeds you that, but don't expect to see results immediately because the skin is going through an entire process. And so you really need to be using something for about 4 to 6 weeks to know or to actually see its effectiveness. For some of us, it's sooner. When it came to feeling the skin, I mean, my skin felt amazing immediately, okay, just to touch it. But to actually see the change and the results in skin can take a while. Does that help, Nisha?
Yep, absolutely. I think, thank you for that. I think that's the only product I bought without your consultation. Otherwise, rest everything worked absolutely. And I love this oil. It's amazing. I put it in my foundation whenever I put makeup on. Amazing. I've never had my skin dry again. Thank
Love
you.
that. Love that. And I know that you had dry skin as well. And just know that although all these products come in sets, you don't have to buy a set. Okay, depending on your skin, everything works in together. So we might take a cleanser from one line, a serum from another one. We might take the brightening from another one. We might take a moisturizer from another one. Might take a specialized mask. So we can actually put a program together for you. Has anyone else got any questions? No, you're all good. Fantastic. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you learned a lot about skin. I hope I was able to offer some value for you, but definitely go back to your consultant. Your consultant can see you on here. They'll follow you up and see if you want a free, no obligation consultation designed especially for you. Bye, ladies.
Thank you, Ari. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ari.